Billionaire beat and abandoned his pregnant wife, then discovered her father owned everything he had ever dreamed of. The blow came without warning. Amy's head snapped to the side. Pain exploded across her jaw as she stumbled backward, crashing into the dining table. Plates shattered. Her hand flew to her face, trembling against the hot, swelling skin. "You ruined everything," Travis roared. Her husband towered over her, chest heaving, eyes blazing with hatred. Amy had seen him angry before, but this was different. This was dangerous. "Travis, please!" Her voice cracked. "Shut up!" He grabbed her by the hair and yanked her toward the door. Amy screamed, clawing at his hand, but he was too strong. "I'm pregnant," she cried. "Travis, the baby." "I don't want your baby," he spat, hurling her against the wall. Her shoulder hit hard. Something cracked. Amy slid to the floor, gasping for air, arms wrapped protectively around her belly. 3 months pregnant, and the father of her child wanted her gone. Travis dragged her to the front entrance. Rain pounded outside. Lightning split the sky. "Get out of my life," he growled, shoving her into the storm. Amy hit the concrete steps, blood mixing with rainwater. She looked up at the man she once loved, standing in the doorway of their mansion, his face carved from stone. The door slammed. She was alone, soaking wet, bleeding, broken, until headlights cut through the darkness. A sleek black car rolled through the gates, and the man who stepped out would change everything, because he owned the one thing Travis needed most. Amy's father had finally come home. The rain hammered down as Amy watched the black car stop in front of her. A man in an expensive suit stepped out, holding an umbrella. He was older, maybe 60, with gray hair and sharp eyes that looked exactly like hers. "Amy Cooper?" His voice was gentle. Amy couldn't speak. She just stared. Who was this man? How did he know her name? "I'm Robert Hansen." He knelt down beside her. "I'm your father." The words hit her harder than Travis's fist. Her father? The man who left before she was born? The man her mother said was gone forever? "That's impossible," Amy whispered. "I know this is shocking." Robert helped her stand. "But we need to get you out of this rain." "You're hurt," Amy's mind spun. Nothing made sense. Her father was here. After 26 years of silence, he appeared the same night Travis threw her out. Why now? "How did you find me?" she asked. "I've always known where you were." Robert's face filled with sadness. "I've been watching over you from far away. I couldn't come closer because it's complicated. But when I heard what Travis did tonight, I had to come." "Heard what?" "How could you?" "I'll explain everything. Right now you need a doctor." He looked at her bloody hands, her swollen face, her trembling body. "Please let me help you." Amy wanted to say no. She wanted to scream at this stranger who called himself her father. Where was he when her mother got sick? Where was he when she had nobody? But she was cold, hurt, scared. She nodded. Robert led her to the car. As they drove away, Amy looked back at the mansion. Travis stood at the window watching. She wondered what he was thinking. Did he feel anything? Did he care at all? Inside a warm hospital room an hour later, a doctor examined Amy's injuries. Bruised ribs, a sprained shoulder, cuts and scrapes everywhere. But the baby was okay. The doctor said the baby was safe. Amy cried with relief. Robert sat beside her bed holding her hand. "I'm sorry I wasn't there before," he said quietly. "But I'm here now, and Travis will regret what he did." "What do you mean?" Amy asked. Robert's expression hardened. "Travis has been trying to buy Hansen Industries for 5 years. He needs it to complete his empire. He's offered me billions." Amy's heart stopped. "Hansen Industries? That's yours?" "Yes, and I've always said no." Robert squeezed her hand. "Now he'll never get it. Because the man who hurt my daughter doesn't deserve anything." Before Amy could respond, the hospital room door burst open. Travis stood there, eyes wild with panic. Travis's face went white when he saw Robert. "Mr. Hansen?" His voice cracked. "What are you doing here?" Robert stood slowly. His calm expression never changed, but Amy felt the anger radiating from him. This was her father, the owner of Hansen Industries, the man Travis had been chasing for years. "I'm visiting my daughter," Robert said simply. Travis looked at Amy. then at Robert, then back at Amy. His mouth opened and closed like a fish out of water. Your daughter? That's impossible. Amy doesn't have a father. She told me. She told you what her mother told her. Robert stepped forward. But I've been here all along, watching, waiting, making sure she was safe. Why didn't you? Travis stopped. His brain was working fast now. Amy could see it in his eyes. He was putting the pieces together. Wait, you knew about us? About our marriage? I knew everything. Robert's voice dropped lower. I knew when you started dating. I knew when you proposed. I even knew about the prenuptial agreement you made her sign. The one that leaves her with nothing if you divorce. Travis's hands clenched into fists, but he didn't move. He couldn't. Not with Robert Hansen standing there. I watched you court my daughter, Robert continued. I watched you marry her. And I watched you change. I saw the first time you yelled at her. The first time you pushed her. Tonight was the first time you actually hit her, but it wasn't the first time you hurt her. Amy's chest tightened. Her father had seen everything, all her pain, all her shame, and he never stopped it. Why didn't you help me? She whispered. Robert turned to her, his eyes wet. Because you needed to see who he really was. If I'd interfered, you would have defended him. You would have chosen him over me. I needed you to understand the truth yourself. That's insane, Travis shouted. You let your own daughter get hurt just to teach her a lesson? No. Robert's voice turned to ice. I let my daughter make her own choices. But now she knows the truth. And now you'll pay for what you did. Travis laughed. It sounded desperate. Pay? What are you going to do? You can't touch me. I'm worth $3 billion. I have lawyers, power, connections. And I have Hansen Industries. Robert pulled out his phone. The company you've been trying to buy. The company that owns the patents you need. The company that holds the technology for your new project. Without me, your entire expansion plan falls apart. Travis's face changed. The confidence drained away. You've been offering me $5 billion for my company, Robert said. I've always refused. But today I'm making a different decision. Amy watched her husband's expression shift from anger to fear to something close to hope. You'll sell to me? Travis asked breathlessly. Robert smiled. It wasn't a kind smile. No, I'm selling to your biggest competitor, and I'm giving them a 20% discount. Travis lunged forward with a roar of rage, but Robert was ready. Two security guards appeared from the hallway and grabbed Travis by both arms. Get your hands off me, Travis thrashed and screamed. Do you know who I am? You're the man who beat my pregnant daughter and threw her into the street. Robert nodded to the guards. Get him out of here. As they dragged Travis toward the door, he twisted back to look at Amy. His eyes burned with hatred. This isn't over, he screamed. You'll regret this. Both of you. The door slammed shut. Silence filled the room. Amy sat frozen in her hospital bed. Everything had happened so fast. Her father appeared out of nowhere. Travis was gone. Hansen Industries was being sold to someone else. Her husband's empire was crumbling, but something didn't feel right. Dad, she said slowly, if you've been watching me all this time, why did you wait until tonight? Why not yesterday? Why not last month? Robert walked back to her bedside. He didn't sit down this time. Because tonight, Travis crossed a line he can't come back from. He hurt you badly enough that we have evidence. Photos, medical records, witnesses. Robert's voice softened. I needed proof, Amy. Proof that would hold up in court. Proof that would destroy him completely. Court? Amy's stomach twisted. What are you planning? Justice. Robert pulled out a folder from his briefcase. I've been building a case against Travis for 18 months. Every threatening text, every yelled insult, every time he hurt you, it's all documented. He opened the folder. Amy saw pages and pages of evidence, screenshots, photos she didn't know existed, testimony from their housekeeper, their driver, people she thought were Travis's loyal employees. You've been spying on me? Her voice rose. On my marriage? I've been protecting you. That's not protection. Amy felt anger bubbling up. That's control. You let me suffer so you could build a case? So you could get revenge? Amy, get out. Robert's face fell. Sweetheart, please. Get out! Amy screamed. The heart monitor beside her bed beeped faster. A nurse rushed in, looking alarmed. Robert backed toward the door, his expression devastated. I'm sorry, he whispered. I thought I was doing the right thing. As he left, Amy burst into tears. Her father was just as manipulative as her husband. He'd used her pain as a weapon, let her get hurt so he could win some twisted game of revenge. She was alone again, completely alone. But then the nurse handed her something, a business card that had fallen from Robert's folder. Amy stared at the name printed on it. Her hands started shaking, because the card belonged to a lawyer, and written on the back in Robert's handwriting were 4 words that changed everything. Trust fund. $50 million. Amy stared at the card until the words blurred. $50 million. Her father had set up a trust fund. For her. Money that Travis never knew about. Money that meant she wasn't helpless after all. She grabbed her phone from the bedside table. Her hands shook as she dialed the number on the card. A woman answered on the first ring. Patterson Legal. This is Margaret Patterson speaking. My name is Amy Cooper. I think my father hired you. Amy, yes, I've been waiting for your call. Margaret's voice warmed immediately. Your father set everything up 6 months ago. The trust fund is in your name, always has been. $50 million that Travis can't touch. Amy's head spun. 6 months ago. Her father had planned this that far back. Why didn't he tell me? Amy whispered. He wanted to. But he was afraid Travis would find out. Your husband has been desperate for money lately. His company is failing. That's why he needs Hanson Industries so badly. Without it, he'll lose everything in 6 months. Margaret paused. Amy, your father wasn't just protecting you. He was waiting for the right moment to strike. Amy closed her eyes. Her father's plan was bigger than she thought. More calculated, more ruthless, just like Travis. What happens now, she asked. Now you have choices. Real choices. You can divorce Travis with proof of abuse. You'll get everything despite the prenup. Or you can use your trust fund to disappear and start over. Margaret's voice turned serious. But you need to decide quickly. Because Travis just posted bail. Bail? He was arrested? 20 minutes ago, your father had him charged with assault. But Travis's lawyers are good. He's out already. And Amy? He knows about the trust fund now. My assistant accidentally mentioned it to his legal team. Fear shot through Amy's body. Travis knew she had money, knew she wasn't trapped anymore, knew she could fight back. He would come for her. I need to leave this hospital, Amy said, throwing off her blankets. Wait, you're injured. The doctors said, I don't care. Amy stood up, gritting her teeth against the pain. If Travis knows where I am, I'm not safe. She hung up and grabbed her clothes. Every movement hurt, but fear pushed her forward. But when she opened the hospital room door, she froze. Travis stood in the hallway. Travis looked different now, calmer, colder, more dangerous. He wore an expensive suit with perfectly combed hair. Anyone walking past would think he was just a concerned husband. But Amy saw the truth in his eyes. Hello, sweetheart, Travis said softly. We need to talk. He stepped into the room and closed the door. The lock clicked. Amy backed away until she hit the wall. $50 million, Travis said, moving closer. Your father gave you $50 million and you never told me? I didn't know, Amy whispered. Liar. He grabbed a chair and smashed it against the floor. You've been planning this, making me look like a fool. Travis, please. I gave you everything. Spit flew from his mouth. I married you when you were nobody. And this is how you repay me? He lunged forward. Amy tried to dodge, but her hurt body was too slow. Travis caught her throat and slammed her against the wall. His fingers squeezed tight. Amy couldn't breathe. Black spots danced in her vision. You're going to give me that money, he hissed. Every penny, or I'll make sure you never meet your baby. Amy clawed at his hands. Her lungs burned. The room spun. The door exploded open. Robert burst in with security guards and police detectives. They tackled Travis to the ground, his hands ripped away from Amy's throat. You're under arrest for attempted murder, a detective said, handcuffing Travis. I'm a billionaire, Travis screamed. You can't do this. Actually, Robert said calmly, holding up documents, you're bankrupt. I bought out all your investors this morning. Cooper Industries is finished. And we found the life insurance policy you took out on Amy, plus emails to a hitman discussing her murder. Travis's face went white. Oh, and the hitman? Robert smiled coldly. Undercover FBI agent. Travis collapsed, all his power gone in seconds. As police dragged him away, Amy stood tall, free at last.